being named Santo Loquasto in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania was not really a plus. It was when everyone else was Billy and Jimmy and Ronnie, and let me tell you, no one ever got it right, and it was but you just kept going.
One office, I'll never forget one guy, a red-headed guy with freckles. I don't know what the hell his name is. I forgot. He said, "Ben, can I make a suggestion?" Jimmy was standing right there. He says, if don't take this personally now. You know what? If you change your name, make it more, Americanish, I think you could get a lot more work. Inside, I got so depressed, so angry, and so embarrassed. Here I got Jimmy Dean, blonde, blue-eyed, all-American, right, with the right name, and here I am. I go home that night, and I get a piece of paper, and I start writing. Anthony Dane, Charlie Farnsworth, James McBride, and I said, if my father were alive, he'd kill me. I said, fuck them. I go with my own name. And that was it.
It started out with the foolish monkey-toting organ grinder and people imitating Italian accents very badly. Stereotypes were bothersome, but now what you really see, when you see Italians in film, you're generally watching gangsters.
The first role I played in college actually was Chief Bromden. I played an Indian in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. If you're dark, that's what you get, black actors, I'm sure they go through, why can't I be considered for a role that a white guy plays, and some people can break through and some people don't.
Even though my dad was a real macho kind of athletic guy, World War II, he loved the movies. He would take me every Sunday. As you know, in an Italian family, the ritual on Sunday always is, you have the big meal in the middle of the day. So we'd either have it at our house or at my aunt's house. And my dad would take me to the movies every Sunday. When he was a cab driver during those years, he was on the night shift, so I didn't see him much, except for those Sundays. And so going to the movies was like a really big deal for me, with him.
Italian-American stereotypes were not only those of gangsters, and we're talking about early on in American cinema, in the silent era in particular, where you had pushcart vendors, you had barbers, various types of manual laborers, even opera singers. But the common thread in all those depictions was of someone who was very voluble, emotional, passionate, and spoke bad English.
It was about 1986, and I was looking for an apartment in L.A. I knocked on the landlord's door, and they opened the door, and this man and woman looked at me, and they said, I said, yeah, I want to look at the apartment. She says, where are you from? I said, excuse me? She said, where are you from? I said, well, I live, and I told them the street where I was living. They said, oh, are you, and I was getting a lot of sun, so first they said, are you Spanish? I said, no, I'm Italian. And she says, oh, you're Italian. Ah. You know what? There's really nothing here. And I could tell she was lying to me. And I just was like, wow, okay. And then she shut the door, and I was like, that's weird. That is really weird. I just got discriminated against.
There's something we get out of this stereotype that people love. The toughness, the humor, the emotional expression. A lot of characters, a lot of archetypal characters don't have that kind of experience of their emotions. And in a way, the Italian-American stereotype or archetype lets people have that.